What's cracking, guys? Bruce Mattson here, your host of the show of Metric Scout Fantasy Football. And today we're digging back into our rookie profile series. And today we're going to be talking about Jahan Dotson, wide receiver from Penn State. There's a lot of chatter about him on the internet, and there's a lot of volatility of where he's going in rookie drafts. And from what I see in the market, is a lot of people are just waiting to see what happens with him at the combine and at the NFL draft. When he was coming out of high school, he was rated as a 4-star recruit, and 247 Sports had him as the 38th best wide receiver in his recruiting class. Right now, he is billed at 5'11" and 182 pounds. That could change at the combine. There's rumors that he could potentially be around the 5'9" range. We'll see, though, and we'll get the real numbers here in the next few days. During his freshman season, he caught just 13 balls for 203 yards. Sophomore year, turned around, caught 27 more passes for 488 yards, and caught 5 touchdowns. He broke out during his junior season in 2020, catching 52 balls for 884 yards, 8 touchdowns. That year he had a 38.37% market share, and this was his age 20 breakout season. This year in 2021, he capped off his career at Penn State during his senior season, catching 91 passes for 1,182 yards, 12 touchdowns, on a 35.89% market share. Penn State's passing production during his age 21 season. When we look at the film, one thing we can say is he's a very savvy route runner. He has good short area quickness, and he knows how to create separation. He has good hands. His hands are very sticky. He can catch the ball away from his body and overhead, and does not let the football hit the ground too often. He also has a good release package that allows him to get off the line of scrimmage very quick and smooth. Solid ball skills. Does a good job alienating himself from the defender, creating space, protecting the ball, being able to reel in the catch. He's also very versatile. He can play X, Y, and Z, playing the slot, playing outside, stretch the field, whatever you want, he can do it. And that's what's going to allow him to get the draft capital we want for fantasy. He's going to be either a second or first round pick. That's what we're hearing about right now. That's what the rumors are. We're seeing him get drafted either the first or second round in a lot of the big time media mock drafts. That's something we got to wait and see on. That's all speculatory, if that's even a word, but we are speculating that he's going to be a first or second round pick. There's a chance he falls to the third. That's possible, but we'll wait and see. But right now, that's what we're guessing him to go in the NFL draft. Rookie drafts, mock drafts, we know where he's going, and more than likely he's getting selected in the second round, somewhere in the middle to latter portion of the second round in both Superflex and 1QB drafts. You know I do all the mock drafts on the channel. I've been conducting a lot of mock drafts. That's where I'm seeing him get drafted the most. Sometimes I see him slip in the first round. Rarely. Maybe 1 out of like 10 drafts or so. 1 out of like 8, 7. But more than likely, he's being drafted in the second round. I do not see him fall to the third round unless he fails the combine or he falls in the draft, falls to day 3 or something like that. I do not see him going in the third round. I see him being steady in the second round. Could get bumped up to the first. He goes to a grand situation. That's the story of what I see his rookie draft value ending up being like. That's him in a nutshell. When it comes to my thoughts and feelings for Jahan Dotson, at that second round rookie price tag, I can dance with that. There's guys like Wan'Dale Robinson there, Justin Ross. He's in that mix with those guys. And with him probably holding more draft capital than them, especially he goes in the first round, which is a wild card there. He could fall in the second. I can dance with that a little bit. He's a guy you can diversify too. And really, he could be a steal. I have him kind of compared to like a Deontay Johnson type player, a guy who can play like in the slot and the outside, win with route running and suddenness, short area quickness and nuance. A guy that came out in the draft, a lot of people weren't really sleeping on. They saw him, but they were too scared to really plant their flag on. The masses were. You always get those casual guys or those random dudes that say, yeah, I was on this dude. But on the real, not everybody was on Deontay Johnson. Off the top, Same here with Jahan Dotson. Again, they're not one for one the same, but when you look at these players as a whole or in a vacuum, there are some comparables. I could see that with them, especially in his career and his outlook, especially if he goes in the right situation, gets volume, targets, and opportunity to prove himself. I could see him being the guy who's falling the second round, third round of rookie drafts and giving you that return on investment. Am I buying him? I probably use him as a diversification asset in the second round. That's probably what I'm looking at. If he gets vaulted to the first round, there's got to be a reason for that. And it's probably because of good draft capital, him going in the first round, and two, him going to a team that is juicy. That could be high in second round to a team with a good quarterback. Like, say if he somehow goes to the Chargers somewhere. I'm not thinking about the draft location or whatever, but say if he gets paired with Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert with any wide receiver is going to get a bump. People are waiting for that wide receiver to go to the Chargers so they can bump him up, whether it's a veteran or a rookie. I can see that with Dotson. That could get him up in first round range. Am I buying that? Would I buy him over David Bell? Not really. No, he's not that talented. I could see him being successful fantasy-wise with a good quarterback, getting volume of targets. But again, I could allow that bump in value to allow me to get a more premium talent that I've been trying to get in the latter part of the first round and early second round at a good discount. However, second round, mid-second round, late second round range, I'm probably going to be buying them up. A lot of people are talking about putting them in the top 5 wide receivers in the rankings. I think that's a little too dicey. I think that's very dicey. That's very expensive considering you got guys like George Pickens, David Bell in this class who needs the respect they deserve considering what they've done throughout their career and how good the tape is. They've been productive way before Jahan Dotson was at the collegiate level. I think, though, Dotson does give you some talent. And really, if he goes to the right spot, you need to really take a look at him. And also, I still think he's good. I'm not going to ignore him. Just at the right price tag, with the right players on the board, and depending on how my teams are stacking up and how I want to diversify, I'm going to get some shares of him. It's just, he's going to be in the mix of those second-round wide receivers, and I'm just diversificating off of him or to him. Well, that's all I got for you today. I want to thank you for watching the show, sticking with me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on the way out. Every subscription matters. It fuels me to keep putting out this content, hitting the tape, hitting the metrics, the spreadsheets, doing the videos, everything I can do to help you with your fantasy and dynasty teams. Again, I want to thank you, and I'll catch you next time.